Welcome everybody to what I think is gonna be a spicy series this time. This is probably one of the better ideas we've ever had on the channel. I've got to give a thank you first and foremost to Pickle and to Kekvit and to the developers of After the End Old World for the help and basically the inspiration for this series. So what we've got going on this time is quite clearly After the End Old World. For those of you guys who haven't seen this one, we have played it before very briefly, but this is an After the End scenario spin-off mod based in Europe with some changes to the map. It's a massive gameplay total conversion. It's got a bunch of new cultures, a bunch of new geography, it's got a bunch of new religions, mechanics. It's incredibly unique, and it is one of the most dense total conversion mods that I think I've ever seen. Not only that, I think it also is pretty good for those of you who like base game CK2 for like Europe. You've got that going on. There's obviously themes of the kind of standard Europe and Asia going through there, the legacies and whatnot. And then for those of you who like the fantasy, plenty of that included in this as well, with the kind of science fiction aspect of things. The other side of things is a mod that basically we threw together very, very quickly yesterday, which is what I'm calling Advanced Roulette. So for those of you like me who maybe don't enjoy Roulette too much, I always found the issue with Roulette is that you played as a character, and on death, you got given one of potentially up to 2,000 playable characters in CK2, ranging from, you know, Count to Emperor, Merchant Republic to Tribal. If you're playing just a series where you're trying to achieve goals, which is generally what we try and do with the channel, underdog taken to greatness, the only issue with that is, of course, you're never going to succeed with any one particular goal. You know, trying to restore the Roman Empire is going to be very, very difficult when you've got potentially 2,000 characters across the world to play as. With this, what we have done is I created a list of very specific characters. Most of them are the bookmark characters from the After the End mod, from After the End Old World mod. So these characters that you'll see here have all been added to the randomizer, along with some other characters of note. Not all of the bookmark characters, I should say. I specifically curated them, and a lot of time and effort went into this, to have characters who have maybe clusters of unique goals, maybe clusters of conflicting goals. For example, you might have, in the roulette is a character from Greece. We have this guy here of the Olympus dynasty, and then on the other side over on Anatolia, we have this guy as well. Both of those are in the roulette. Both of them have similar goals, obviously that being reforming Byzantium, if you want to do that, or reconquering Anatolia, or something like that. But obviously both of them come from different perspectives. They have different cultures. And if you end up rouletting one character and then the other, you are going to end up fighting your own dynasty, but it also gives you that opportunity to continue your work as well. So I've very carefully handpicked a lot of characters with unique goals. Another good example, you can have potentially the pagans up in northern Russia, maybe trying to go for a Russian Reformation, but also on the other side are the Stalinists down in southern Russia there as well. So we've got a lot going on. I think this is going to be quite a cool series, and again, it's going to have that randomness, it's going to have that difficulty element, but we should still be able to have goals. Now, the roulette system is also somewhat unique in that you're not just given a random character. You get a choice of 2 characters on death, but you also get vetoes. Now, vetoes, you only get 1 when you start the game, but you can earn more through completing the goals. So, say, for example, you happen to create Stalinist Russia. That will give you another veto. If you restore Byzantium, that will give you another veto. These are quite large, significant goals, so it's not going to allow you to basically avoid the roulette entirely, but it will allow us to actually achieve, hopefully, what I think will be a good series. Painting the map with various different points of interest, rather than just purely random. So that's the goal for this series. I guess I'll have to put a timestamp on screen for the people who can't stand to hear me talk for more than 2 seconds. So now, we're going to start as a very specific character, just because nomads are a pain in the ass to scope to be honest with you. So we're going to be playing up here in Soitascania, something like that, as a fairly unique starting point for the campaign. We're playing nomads, which is bizarre, but again, roulette will obviously take us off of this if we don't succeed in time. I've got the rules set up if you're interested in the rules. Here you go. We have a quite large mod pack again going into this. We've got a lot of mods that would be compatible with this total conversion that aren't compatible with others, because it is obviously Europe with some extras, Europe and Asia with some extras as well. Let's get into it. Apologies if I've rambled on a little bit too long there, but I wanted to kind of explain what exactly was happening, because I think it could be a little bit confusing. Welcome to After the End Old World, a vast world of unique mechanics, cultures, religions, and much more. Far too much, in fact, to see in a single playthrough, so let's play some roulette. On death, you will be given the selection of 2 characters from a specially curated list to play as next, and your old dynasty will continue on without you at the helm. Or, if you were close to completing your goals, you can veto the roulette. Be warned, vetoes are rare and difficult to obtain, so shouldn't be expended on a whim. So there you are. Two characters have special goals. Vetoes can be expended to continue playing as your last dynasty. So if we get quite close to doing something really significant with this guy, do need to turn off bigger interface in a second. If we succeed or get close to succeeding with this dude, we can veto the roulette on his death and keep playing as his heir, but that will be our 1 veto for what is essentially the entire game until we achieve a massive goal used up. So we've got to be very careful about how we use it. Vetoes can be earned by completing special goals, or a veto will also be given should you fail to complete a goal after 5 successions. That I've actually tweaked since then to be 10 successions, just so, you know, again, you can't really cheat the roulette that way. Of course, the final thing's worth mentioning is, again, because we are playing on essentially a Europe and Africa, Asia with extras map, your base game CK2 map with a little bit extra, I have been able to include some mods. So, for example, we have Trade League, Orders of Chivalry, my Traits mod has been thrown into this one as well. We've got things like the Artifact mods, Artifact Acquisition Overhaul, so we can steal artifacts. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. What I will do, as always, is include a Steam Workshop collection in the description for those of you who want to play along. On the subject of playing along potentially with the roulette as well, I have kind of got everything prepared and ready to go. Just waiting for a thumbs up from the After the End developers, the After the End Old World developers, so that, you know, they're fine with me obviously uploading this to the workshop. It doesn't actually use anything from their mod, but relies on their mod essentially. So, figured it was worth getting the all clear on that one. Here we go. Let's see what we can do then. The problem is, nomads. What the hell do I do as a nomad? The other thing that I actually forgot to mention is I'm going to try and roleplay the characters this time around, within reason. Obviously, if we get a content character, I'm not just going to sit here for 30 minutes and let the game just run. We will play the characters within reason. For example, this guy's Wrath Gregarious. We'll try and do some diplomacy, but we'll also try and stick heavy on warfare. Zealous, that's one of the big defining things for, of course, a role-playing character. This guy will do things within his religion, which we'll talk about specifically in a second. But this particular start point was actually suggested to me by one of the devs to basically start with for our roulette here, because these guys have some unique mechanics, and again, because they are a nomad hold, they're a bit of a pain in the ass to roulette to because of the way nomad titles work. So these guys are a... What we'll do as well is I'm going to probably up the editing for this series just because the roulette can be a little complex sometimes if we're constantly jumping between people. So we'll take a little while just to, you know, kind of work out the character, work out the dynasty, work out their culture and religion types, obviously government and decisions, whatever else. Come up with a decent goal. But this guy, this time around, has a unique goal in that he can launch a migration to Iran. So the step seems too dangerous with all the other hordes of to the soy Toscan. Should we go with that? So Tuscan people, you can search for a new home in Iran. So we have to wait 10 years before we can do that, and we have to have 500 prestige. So that gives us immediately our kind of goal for this guy. We're playing as Kargan Mandak of Soy-Tuscania, of the Daibakuo dynasty, or something like that. Wow, okay. So his culture, Samoyedic, wow, okay. And then his... So we have no unique culture things there. We've obviously got regular nomad things like being able to raid and retinues and whatnot. Ionist believed that the event was caused by man's arrogance. A man's arrogant misuse of the gift of metal, which was given to him by the creator. They roam the steppes seeking metal objects of power, which they can connect with the steel godhead. Oh, Ionists are famous for their improvised war chariots, ramshackle ironclads that tear through the ranks of their enemies. Are we... Oh, this is cool. We're like Step Mad Max. This is incredible. High Goddess of Steel Godhead. We also worship people such as Arel Tenizi, Guzdika, Katusha, Kalashnikov, Udanik, and Selena, whoever those people are. Evil god names: Panzer Stelheim, Dikokorel, and Kukuzanik. I don't know what any of those things are. I think a Kalashnikov is a gun. I wouldn't know. Scripture is a way of steel. I like that. This is cool. We can take up to 3 concubines as well. There is no religious head. I wonder if we can reform. It is a step religion. It's also... Oh, it's old world cultist, so it's already reformed rather than being pagan there. Okay, fair enough. So we're going to try and move down to Iran. So we have 10 years, basically, with this guy to get enough prestige, get enough power to actually try and threaten these guys. We got Shah Mahmud of the Khorasani Shardom. Right, cool. The Shia, Iktar. The split between those exploited Ali. That's cool. They got a lot of stuff going on here, don't they? Obviously, I know Shia is base game before some smart leaves a comment about that. We can build a war chariot. Okay, I'm already into this guy. Kargan Mandak, the zealous, wrathful war chariot madman who's going to lead his people. We're going to cut a swath, and I think that would make some sense too if we cut a swath south towards Iran so that the invasion is a little bit easier, so that the migration, perhaps is a better word for it, is a little bit easier then. Okay. He's a zealous, he's a wrathful zealot, so I feel like war focus for this guy is well on brand, either that or obviously theology. Gregarious though, so family, carousing would also be not a bad choice. I feel like rulership, business, probably not so relevant this time around. Okay, let's go for, I think war focus kind of double down it. He's already got 20 marshals, so it's probably a little unnecessary, but I do like the idea of going for that. And what do we need to build a war chariot? I assume it's just gold, right? 150 personal wealth. Now, please bear in mind, I think I've played Nomads twice in my 4,000 hours of Crusader Kings 2. So take it with a grain of salt. I'm not entirely sure how it works. As far as I recall, population affects manpower. Manpower affects how many people you can raise, or manpower is directly how many people you can raise, or something weird like that. Yeah, there we are. Manpower, 729 out of 799. Okay, raise manpower 500 out of 5 hours. We've got 229 unused manpower, but I assume these take... cost rate 25. There's 250. Right, so if we had an extra 20 manpower, I assume we'd be able to create some of those. Oh, no, we can create those, though. We've got enough piety? 50 piety. Cost to create 50. I don't know. We don't have enough manpower. How much manpower does it take? 50? Manpower 729 out of 7... Oh, maybe it's the fact that... Oh, no. It's probably... 75 prestige, but the manpower is probably 250, right? Because it's 200 light cavalry and 50 special units. Okay, fair enough. Right, that makes way more sense. So basically already maxed out on retinue size there. Fair enough. No army levies, of course, but we can build manpower buildings in the capital from what I remember. Now, again, we've got quite a large mod going on here with things like Flogies. We've got things like again, the society mods. We've got the Imperial Courts. We've got Great Trade League. We've got the Chivalry Societies. Now, all of those mods do have an option to play with total conversion maps. And I've also gone ahead and disabled things like the extra law, so for full compatibility here. So we've got some of the cool features, but maybe not everything that you're used to, just because we're already playing on total conversion after all. Wow, okay, so I don't know. Maybe Nomads were a bad first choice, because again, I don't really know how to play Nomads. This is fine, we'll work it out, I'm sure. Number tax population growth. So population affects maximum manpower, I would assume. Manpower minus 799. Right. Population is base times... Okay, it is that. Yep, correct. With manpower growth percentage, 9%. So we got 70 per month. What is manpower percentage of... Okay, so population going to manpower minus 6. Right. Maximum population is 1,000. We got 10 empty holdings, so it times it by 10. But we've also got minus... I have no idea. I have no idea. We'll figure it out. It can't be that difficult. It's just Nomads. As far as I know, stabby, stabby, burny, burny. And this time we can do it from chariots to make things even easier. That's already drawn my eye. Wow. KGB. Now, bear in mind that the Stalinists are a potential option from our random list. We've got the Wrath of Khan there. Okay. So that's just kind of various planes. Okay, that's fine. And then we've got Protectors of the Arrow. What's this one? Multiple Call to Glory, choose military aspect. Oh, so we've got Warrior Lodge here. Oh, cool. Call the Steps. Many for rulers of match religion and speed recruitment across the realm. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that Step Hordes had a unique option for Warrior Lodges. Okay, then we've got the Wrath of Khan, which I assume is a similar thing. Yeah, it's identical. Just depends on which one we actually want to pick there, probably because we border with two different types. Plaguebringers, Amazons, Berserkers, so we can join the Chivalry Lodges there. We've got the Warriors Guild. Slightly lower prestige, slightly more chance of actually surviving through the whole thing. We've got the Berserkers, more prestige, high chance of getting horribly murdered, basically. Oh, shit, that was fast. My studies and training have taught me the general tactics of flank and center, but I can hardly master everything. Give me some of that direct leader. With 23 Marshal, I want this guy on the center at all times, because we've only got a relatively small realm as well, so I can't imagine we're going to have the greatest commanders in the world here. Let's go and check things out, see what we're looking at here. So you've got 17 diplomacy. That's quite good. Jesus. Proves clan sentiment. You're allied with another clan. Now, because we're so small, we don't have any other clans. I remember that much being a thing. You can split off land, create new clans, etc., etc. It's kind of your vassalage style system. Marshal is the one that we really need, which we don't have. Steward, probably a bit irrelevant. Collecting tribute, I guess, is... We've got 8.3% chance yearly of an extra contribution. But we obviously can't do that, because again, we've got no other... Okay, fair enough. Let's go ahead and put you on board. Proselytize? Yeah, go mad. We might as well get him to do something, huh? And then that's pretty much it. Train some warriors for me. Although that's a bit pointless because that's levy size, right? Oh, manpower growth. Ah, cool. Okay. Well done, Paradox. You actually thought of that one. My wife has offered to travel to the Nigerian Empire on a mission to bring glory to the Khaganate of Soitascania. We should probably rename that something I can actually pronounce. Please, my lord, she says, as a humble servant, strengthen your relations with the Empire of the Nigerian Empire. So I have set the Nigerian interactions to open because there are only 3 rulers, I believe, in the randomizer that can actually interact with them otherwise. So I've set that just to open to keep it equal for all of our characters and all the characters on the map specifically. Right. I suppose we could send you off. You got 8 diplomacy. Got 8 diplomacy there, arbitrary, and he's also dense, so I'd rather avoid that one. And then we've got Victor, 15 diplomacy. I think Victor would give a better impression of us. Mystic, wrathful, gluttonous. Sounds like the perfect guy for the job. I think we probably want to go all in on population growth, don't we? Cattle pens, nomad tax 1%. Obviously, a bit. I don't know if that works if we don't have clans. I assume you must gain some tax just from having a kind of nomad capital, so to speak. Population growth 1%. Economy tech points, cultural tech points are a bit pointless when we're planning on moving anyway, so that's fine. Boom. Okay, cattle pens are going here. How does this work? Let's get 40, and how is our manpower affected? So our manpower just grows. Higher the population, higher the manpower. That's how I'm going to treat that. Okay, fair enough. That works fine then. So now we do have room for some more retinues. So it's 250. So I assume well, it can't be my other theory then, can it? Because we've only got 150 dudes there. That didn't use any of our manpower. I don't know how this works at all. Oh, his manpower to reinforce. I have no idea. One morning, I wake up before my guards have attempted to rouse me. I hear excited chatter coming from the main hall. As I open the tent, there is a bustle of servants following the palace. Victor has returned. From the court of the President Commander, they gossip. Wow. Oh, shit. He comes bearing gifts. Excellent. Victor gains proud. 50% chance Victor gains brave. We gain 25 gold. We gain the art of war. Whoa. Wow. The ancient Nigerian military text is composed of 9 chapters, each detailing with different aspects of warfare. Considered the greatest collection of Nigerian military tactics and strategy. Martial +4. You madman. Give that man a raise. Friendship ended with... Oh, I guess we didn't have any friends. New best friend is Victor. I'm going to start swaying him. We are best friends with Victor now. This guy has... Give him a concubine. A reward. You can't have that one. That one's mine. But you can have her. You're welcome, my friend. Actually, we should have given him a wife instead. Did I just give him Sobol? Yeah. A wife for Victor. As a celebration for his victory. I can take concubines, can't I? Right, let's go for her. She's powerful. Martial +3, diplomacy +2, fertility 30%, health +2. Boom. Very rare trait. Nice to see that one. We might as well take you as well. There's no downside to it, right? Got an ambition. I guess we will groom an heir. We've already got a son, though. What's he like? Garbage. Doesn't have anything. Well, I mean, he's neutral right now. It's probably a better way to sum it up. Struggle, rowdy, willful. I think we'll go for that one, and then we'll throw him a guardian. And that guardian will be Mighty Mandak, 27 martial already, because of a successful journey to Nigeria. Be raiding, right? Let's go raiding. Go raiding, build manpower, or build population, more manpower, etc. If we burn down other nomads, are they going to get annoyed at me? Oh, who cares if they get annoyed at me? That's what we're here for. Right, we need better commanders, so I might even pull up the character finder here, see if we can actually pull anyone to court. You'll do. Oh, they're Ionist. Okay, that's pretty good. Are there other people of our religion then? I was kind of inferring... Oh, this is a good concubine too. I was kind of inferring that we were almost kind of isolationists. Bear in mind, we were taking a pilgrimage to a different realm to be safe. I was kind of inferring from that we weren't safe where we were. Maybe we didn't have any other friends up here, but I guess not. We'll take you as a concubine as well, if you don't mind. They won't allow us to take them as a concubine unless we invite them to court first. It's a bit silly. Welcome to CK2. Right, let's go and swap you out. Thank you. I appreciate that. These are the auto-assigned commanders? Yikes. Okay, no thank you. Our court physician is literally a better commander than most of these guys. Victor. Victor, my friend, we will fight shoulder by shoulder. Me and my good man, Victor. And we'll see if that art of war really paid off. Because then if it doesn't, you know, it's his head on the line as well. So it's kind of putting the pressure on, really. Okay, this is much better. Let's give this a go. Musabek, and we have Victor. The other guy is a, he's a counselor. We could take him off. I mean, what was he doing? Like Marshall? Training warriors. I like the manpower growth, though. I feel like it's quite good to be able to keep on top of our horde, so we'll stick with that. Okay, here we go. Boom. What do we get from it? Ah, my lord, says Shafik. Can I just give you like a... the handsome. There you are. How does that not count as a flattering nickname? The other one was plus 10 opinion for a flattering nickname, but it costs us 50 prestige, which really we can't afford right now just to tell a man he looks nice. 3 gold. Boys, we are rolling in it. The only other place we can actually raid then is this one here, Kutan Black. Now, as nomads, forgive me if I'm mistaken here. As nomads, we don't just have to raid borders, right? We can go wander basically anywhere. Or at least it feels like it's that when I play the Byzantine Empire. So, you're a lot more tolerable than I thought. You really look like a trustworthy courtier. No, we're wrathful, he's wrathful. Let's bond over our hatred of things. We should just go for a walk, see what we can find. It's another 10 gold, though. That's actually not too bad at all. Bear in mind, these are nomad buildings. You know, they're not that expensive. Castle pens. What gives the most... Got nomad tax there. I don't really care about tax. I care about population. Shrine gives 3% population growth. Okay, that's quite good. Fort level cavalry bonus. Just anything that gives population 2%. An air rag producer. I don't know what an air rag is. We've got horde and maintenance cost minus 4%. That could be pretty good as well. Anything that gives population. Oh, it gives max population. Oh, so there is a limit to that. So that would only be a problem if your population growth is higher than your expenditure. It's going to take us a very, very long time if we're only getting 40 per month to actually go up to the 9,000 population that we have. The harbor? Must have a port. Makes a lot of sense. I was going to say that doesn't make any fucking sense. That one gives... So oxen wagon gives maximum population plus 2,000. I feel like saving up for the shrine is the best first call. 3% population growth. I think population growth is better, especially if we're doing gung-ho raiding to start off with. Mainly so I can afford my chariot. That's really what I've got my eyes set on right now. I won't lie to you. Let's go down to some... I would say let's go down to some more settled lands, but these guys have been burnt down already. Burnt to shit. Right, where have we got? Let's go to the economy map mode, see what we can find. Oh, shit. Whoa, hello. Right on my borders. Well, not really right on my borders, but decently close to my borders. We've got a lot of gold there, huh? Because I guess they're on the Silk Road. What are we looking at in terms of trade routes? Bloody loads everywhere. That could be one of the many mods. You know, the game might already have some mods thrown in. Might be floating step mod. Could be anything. Either way, great for us as, you know, someone who's going to be playing multiple different characters here. Let's try and give these guys a wide berth and see if we can just raid provinces that we're not directly adjacent to. That would be quite nice to find out. Igor. Lead the center or trickster. I guess we could give him direct leader as well, just in case we're ever taken ill. There we go. Good shit. Oh, we don't want to raid you. We're just passing through. We're just passing through. Don't mind me. Right, here we go. Let's see what you guys have got then. We can burn it down. And they've got a good amount of gold too. We are looting too. Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, that's not good to know. What the fuck did they come? Or just raise their troops? Yeah, what a shocker. Should have seen that coming. Maybe a little bit too risky. And to bring the loot back, we have to actually walk home, I would assume. I've really no idea how this works. The loot bar is definitely declining. Okay. It's a little bit too dangerous. Let's head back. I don't want to waste my manpower, you know, especially when we do around, well, like 8 years' time. We are going to be launching that invasion, so let's be a bit more conservative. Try and find a nice balance between keeping our army alive, but also funding a bigger army. Fighting off other shits invading my realm wouldn't be a bad idea. Get out of here. 31 versus 28. There's options available because you're low personal combat skill. You think so, really? How about you take my Art of War and let me will it? No. This guy's got 28, but he is powerful. 31. I think we can do it. I'll dual commander Kamangazi myself. We should be able to win this, but I think it's so risky. We gain brave either way. Come on. Come on. Oh! We gain brave. Sweet Prince Victor. I was chasing Kamangazi through the steppe when Victor shoved me aside, barking, "I'll take this one, my lord," clumsily swinging his battle axe. Victor, he gave his life for us, our only friend in this world. He did poorly in the duel. Yeah, that's one fucking way to sum that up. He did very poorly. He was horribly decapitated. No. My main man, Victor. This cruel world. I'll avenge you. Who was that guy who killed him? You are so dead. Chase him down. Avenge my man, Victor. Crush their armies. Yeah, get out of here. Who actually killed him? There's no chance now we're actually going to be able to track this guy down, unfortunately. Not unless he ends up leading more troops. I'll mark him. We'll mark him a special... We could always duel him. Oh, we will get your revenge, Victor. Do not fear, my friend. I can't believe that. Let's go ahead and join a society, actually, before I get too carried away. We could go for the Berserkers, predominantly because that would also allow us to go bounty hunting. So if we've got steps putting down bounties on other step hordes or the rulers over in this area, that's probably not a bad idea. Let's do it. Join the Berserkers for glory. We are a brave man, after all. We did want to fight it. Just because we didn't fight it doesn't mean that we're not necessarily brave. We tried, but Victor valiantly threw us aside and valiantly died at our feet. Thank you, Victor. And he was one of our best commanders, too. Damn it. There's no one on the bounty board right now. That'd be a nice way to earn a little bit of extra gold, but of course it's incredibly dangerous, so we've got to be careful doing that. Bearing in mind that we do only have 46, but 46 personal combat isn't bad for the start of the game. It's when you get, you know, a few generations in the bloodline start coming in. Sorry, what the hell does this even mean? That genuinely threw me off for a second. Carter Mandak the Child Beater. Opinion of Mandak. Short reign. Yes, we've beaten him with our legalism. Child, please, make the bad names go away. I'm going to send my child a gift. I can't believe you call him that. After everything... This man's like a martial legend. 29 martial. And that's what you're calling him. Acre retaken. Venerable fortress city of Acre, used to be a principal part of the defensive line of the Kingdom of Israel. After falling to the Lebanese armies in 2533, the Kingdom of Israel was presumed to be on the edge of collapse after King Shmuel, good name, was killed by battle trying to defend Acre. But the Kingdom of Israel, mounting a surprise comeback, has managed to reclaim the fortress city. What? Who's this guy? Oh, he's the one who sent us the news, huh? Publishes the press, the Hindustani Times. Thank you, my friend. Much appreciated. Bizarre. Oh, does that mean they're expanding, or what? That's obviously one of the random rules that we could potentially take playing. I don't know where it is. Acre, there it is. I knew it was around there somewhere. Don't hate me. I didn't play too much in that area of the world. To be honest, I don't even remember the last time we played base game CK2, so you definitely can't blame me that much. I genuinely think at this point, most of my time... Oh! Wow! Nigerian Empire actually lost a war. This is like China losing a war, obviously, but they've only got 2,300 men. I mean, Nigeria, by comparison to China, is a lot weaker, perhaps, at the start. Ancient clock. That's cool. I like the kind of pre-Doom artifacts. Let's go this way. This might be a little bit safer because this realm doesn't. Oh, is also Koryo-Saram. Korean. Whoa. Eastern feudal. Korean orthodoxy. Saint George. I don't even know what the lore behind any of this stuff is. That's quite cool. Does it tell us? I have no idea why these guys would just be here. Victor Tsoi. Wow. Okay. This guy, the Slayer of Victor, obsessed with food. The most disgraceful courtier. He's furious. Yeah, we're bloody furious as well, so I guess we're on the same level now, my friend. Right, let's kind of hang around here, see if we can burn this down, and then see if we can run away before they smash my troops. Do we flee? Yeah, they are going to try and get us here. Did that actually give us any gold? I already have no idea how this system works. It seems bizarre not having a boat to carry it home. Hooray, we're rich. I think. Oh! So the Golden Fanatic Mandak tells you Mr. Needs to travel from Portugal to China as a form of declaration of war or army shall meet on the battlefield. Eh? Alzan of... Oh my god, he's another Ironist. Oh, because there are other Ionists then. I guess we're just the smallest of the big bunch. So we're very scared. Okay. Well, we shall meet on the battlefield. 750 versus 750. But what you don't have, my friend, is the art of war. Trying to take... Oh, well, to be fair, we could conquer other provinces. I don't know why that didn't cross my mind. Even though I talked about it at the start of the episode. Like, I have a very short-term memory. He's called in his friends, too. You can't do that. How have you done this? That's illegal. Alliances? Why? Daria and Beric. Bollocks. He's married to someone. Shit. Okay. That's frustrating, because we probably could have won that quite easily. Let's get some troops together, then. Riders, Marauders, Skirmish Cavalry, for like heavy Vanguard. Ooh, we can't afford it. We want to save the gold for our chariot, don't we? Let's go for Skirmish Cavalry, maybe some more archers, round things out. Yeah, fair enough, that'll do it. I'll let it raise immediately. That's quite a nice effect, isn't it? You don't have to wait for them to reinforce or anything like that. Most impressive woman has arrived at your court. There is a representative to arrange a trade agreement between local merchants. Okay. We could bring her to court as our steward. It would be scandalous because she is a female steward. We don't have the gender equality or anything like that. Sure. Vassal opinion minus 15. We don't have any vassals, so I really couldn't care. That's fantastic. That's great. Okay. And we'll have her collect tribute, administer realm. Obviously, construction is a bit pointless. Search economy tech again, a bit pointless if we're going to move. Okay, we can't really have much else, though. I guess administer realm is probably the safest one in terms of economy, right? Right, okay. Commanders, then. We need to do something here about these bloody commanders, because this is sad. Our next best one is Alakan, and he is on the council as something. Alakan. He's a cartographer. Not for much longer, you're not, my friend. We need somebody on this other flank. Good God, help me. We can also rank up. 750 versus 750. They're taking a river crossing, and we've got 175 reinforcing. So I think we're probably going to be fine. Oh! A kind gift, you say? Well. Yes. Matters of life and... What is this strange event they have thrown my way? Summon the council. Now, if... We'll have to make an exception to the roulette if we do become immortal. It's obviously very unlikely. You have something like a 95% chance failure, assuming it's a fake mystic. And even if it's a real mystic, you have a very low chance of success anyway per event. We do have high marshal, sure, which is the main determining factor, but it's very unlikely we will succeed. My point is, if we do succeed, we need to come up with some sort of house rule now for rouletting immortality. So we say if the guy hits 100 and we're still playing as him and he's immortal, we'll rule it out to someone else. I think that's fair. Please, God, help me. I'll have our marshal organize a search party. Do it, my friend. Don't really want immortality, but I guess here we are. Perfect. I've been itching for a fight. Who's this guy? Amur. He's in our prison. He's also incapable. We've knocked him over the head. I don't think that's fair to... This option's available because you're brave. What a brave man we are. Round of applause, please, everybody. Okay. Hold your ground. 500 coming in versus 784. We are not at the highest morale. Oh! Our mission was also to lead our troops into battle, which we succeeded. To wait for our enemies to attack semi-men and lead them to victory. We did lead them to victory. Cool. So we get 200 glory and 50 prestige. Because we are a berserker, we get another 50 glory and another 25 prestige. Very nice. This is cool. Okay. How chivalrous. Alakan did well in the duel instead. Well done. You should be very proud of yourself. Went into a prison and he maimed a disabled man. You should be ashamed of yourself, you coward. Here we go. This is for all the fish, and I think we're fine. I think we've actually got this one in the bag. Let's chase them down to our capital, try and keep their armies separated, because if they manage to come out together reinforced, then things could be a little tricky, but we are doing absolutely fine. Look at this. 80%. Okay, keep your armies divided. That's nice, but look at this. They've got 250 coming over as 688 are going that way, and both of them are locked. So we can now move in and catch the 250. His most disgraceful courtier. What's his opinion now? Minus 96. You are so screwed. Oh, they've made the kill list red. Okay, fair enough. A red book. I like that. Kill them. 250 dead. They'll reinforce over a river crossing. Paying a passage. I'm not going to say I believe... What is going on there? I'm not going to say I believe the story's been picked up. Some promising information, my lord. As says... However, we could do with some more supplies if we're to journey even further. In fact, I would like to send word to higher scouts to more distant regions. Oh, my chariot, you son of a bitch. Fine. Go on. It's only 11 gold after all. Boom. These guys are going to pay reparations now, so it doesn't matter. 8 gold. We gain 300 prestige, though. That's big. Wow. The mightiest of the Ironist rulers stands proud. Kargan Mandak, the child beater. Say that bit a bit quietly, I guess. Can rank up. It is a rank up by combat system in this society, though. So we might end up getting our ass handed to us. Let's give it a go. Ask for a duel. These duels do not usually lead to the death, but they are nonetheless dangerous. Hernan the Third, the Talker, out of Extremadura. Okay. All the way over in Spain. Let's give him a go. It is time. 18 versus 56. Wrathful Ironist Warlord versus soft Spanish gentleman. It's time. Prepare to die, my friend. Go for the head. Always for the head. Head or torso. Boom. 2-0. Extravagant attack. Quick and simple. That's always safe. Should we try and counter? 4-0. Quick and simple. Oh, shit, we failed. Jump attack. Your boy's done it. Victory is ours, and we've now ranked up to the mighty rank of Boar. Okay. Thank you for that one. We can hire warrior commanders. That's big, because warrior commanders were the one thing we were really missing out on as this guy. Hire a warrior commander, go on a warrior pilgrimage, and raise an army. Oh, interesting. How does that work for... I guess just event spawn troops if you are nomadic, right? Got a warrior pilgrimage, that's always great. We can upgrade potentially direct leader. So you can upgrade both of them, trickster and direct leader. But you have to go on 2 pilgrimages to do that. Should we choose a warhorse? I was saving up for the chariot, but at the rate we're going, it's going to take a lifetime to actually get it done. We'll have to be freaking immortal to succeed with that. You go out to the herd and choose a strong, powerful warhorse. Do we want dragon, sky, arrow, or lightning? Bear in mind we worship the machine. And you know what machine move best with? Lightning. I feel like it wasn't the best explanation for how electricity works, but you get the idea. Fine, lightning. Give me my lightning horse. Impressive war horse. This character's chosen a particular impressive horse as personal mount, granting him additional. This is going to be the horse to pull our chariot whenever I can afford it. Oh, hang on. Let's see if we can. Bounty board. No target still. We might have prisoners to ransom. No prisoners. Get into shape. Costs 100 glory, but we can. We're in the perfect shape for beating more child. Fertility 10%, health plus 0.5, sex appeal, and personal combat skill. You can also request military training. This is quite good for getting traits. A little bit of personal combat too, train fighter, that type of thing. Good shit. Hey, this is going really well so far. Why don't we leave it there for today? Because I think that gives you guys a great idea of what's going on. Gives you a great idea of how the thing is gonna work, how things are gonna go down. I think this is going to be fun. I genuinely think we're onto a winner with this series, and I think we're going to have so much variation and kind of uniqueness with a kind of familiar scenario. Everybody's a winner this series, but especially me, because of the patrons and the coffee producers and all of those other friendly people who make the channel possible, and basically make YouTube a job rather than a chore. I don't know how I've done this. My lists are actually behind my desktop. This is bizarre. That was weird. Thank you to our executive producers for the day, including Potarted, I Am CK2, Ben Henshaw, Solon Breen, Kingstitch Gaming, Salentally, Ann Paul, Demon Boy, Chris, Night Rouge, Necrophilan, Alex Gallagher, and Nemesis Rubius over at Coffee. And over at Patreon for today, we have Gwen S, Chase, Roll2D1 Games, Norstrust, Ninja Trevi, Limpy George, Skaz, Odie, and Kamar Ishmael. Big thank you to those guys for their support at the executive tiers, for keeping the channel going, making mods possible, making silly little series like this possible at all. And a thank you as well goes out to James B, Smirtworm, You Know You Need Unique New York, Galupo Fruit Hag, Don, Afanafis, Dinosis the Esoteric, Flabubba, Plumby, Fred, Varlo, Consulus, Fiddle, Piddle, Diddle Riddle, and Davidovich over at Coffee. And finally, last but not least, we have Smirtworm, Proximity Jones, Brittany Lee, Seth, Demon X Jester, Demon, Mason Fireblast, Saltator, Erotha, Jacob, Wolfie, Valkyrie, Asro, Kate, Scaps, Outer Mostly, Hoofalia, and Astro as well. Big thanks to all of these people for making my many hours spent modding and recording possible without having to need to somehow find another 24 hours a day to work a job. Thank you for playing your tiny violins. See you guys all tomorrow for some more Roulette.